Really? You just call.
You want?
No, I don't.
Just for
trade.
Before you.
I do not want that. Why would you pick that up right when it's time to go?
Cause that's what I do.
You literally hit.
I'm just getting a small piece.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna act up on your podcast.
You do.
No, I don't.
You be cussing, and it's for kids.
It's for teens and young adults that be cussing. That's so nasty. You ready now? Golly. What is up, everyone, and welcome to That Kind of Love podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and this is...
Trae, the one and only.
That's my husband, y'all. Oh,
That's
my
my...
ring.
Well, at least you got the band on. Why you grab your...
Because usually when I take it off, it's because I put it in my bra to, like, work out, so...
That's crazy.
Where is my ring? That is not the name of the podcast, by the way.
Let's talk about it.
I know where it is. I actually put it up in the jewelry box before we went to go box yesterday.
But you still have the band on, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. It's not this topic. I'm so excited about this topic. What we're going to talk about today.
What does the topic have to do with my ring?
It was me playing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. You're not funny.
You laughed.
Not at that.
What'd you laugh at?
Did I just laugh?
Yes, you did.
I don't recall doing that. Anyway. How are you, love?
Well, this morning I woke up and...
You want to talk about
this morning. I woke up, it was my night to watch Q, or wake up and feed him in the middle of the night. So I woke up late, and then I go to, because it's Sunday. So Sunday we decided not to go to church. So it's like, all right, we get to kind of chill today.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see how he finna fumble up this whole story.
And then I go in there, and I'm thinking, like, when I wake up, my whole thought process is like, okay, what we gonna do for today? We gotta get some stuff done. And so she was like, I was like, okay, so what we want to do? What do you want to do today? And she's just like, I don't want to hold my son. And I was like,
wow.
That's fine. Is that not what you said?
Wow.
That is what you said.
That's not.
That is exactly what you said. Let me finish.
Okay, continue.
Because I'm not going to be long.
Okay.
So we went back and forth because she was telling me what she didn't want to do, and I was asking her what she wanted to do. And my thought process was clean. I'm going to just clean. And I was thinking while she holds him, I'll just clean the whole house up. Which a lot of ladies... You would love that. You would love for your man to clean everything up. But she kept on telling me, I do not want to hold our precious son. I do not want to hold our lovely bundle of joy. So, in the end, we had a conversation about it. Found out that there's some things that I could have done better. And there were some things that she could have done.
You know what's funny? Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. He is telling the story very accurately. The thing is, he's highlighting certain words to make it seem like
what you mean?
I'm just being a complete butt wipe.
I'm not gonna say things in a monotone.
I'll let you talk. Okay. So he slept in. He slept until what, 9?
8:50.
He slept until 9. So I was up with the baby that entire time.
How long?
I woke up it was before 7. He ate at 5. Mm-hmm. So I was up since then with him. Mm-hmm. So I let him sleep in.
You didn't go back to sleep?
No. Mm-hmm. When? Where was I going back to sleep?
You fed him?
No, I did not. I was holding him. I was up. I couldn't go back to sleep. Mm-hmm. I could have put him back in the bassinet. You would have been mad.
No.
Because he would have woke you up.
You would have went over there and picked him up.
Exactly. So why would I do that and walk all the way around the bed and keep getting up and do that?
You said you couldn't go to sleep. You want to go back to sleep.
Point is, I was up with him all morning. Trae gets up and he's like, I'm well rested. I think we all should be doing something. And I was like, I don't want to.
I never said that. I never said that. But I'm going to let you finish because this is your story time. I'm just here for the moment.
Actually, we're 6 minutes in and I don't want to relive this argument.
Good. They only hear my
this
side.
Discussion. And that's fine. But you know.
Yeah, we had a good conversation about it.
Yeah. No.
I need something to put my foot upon.
The floor. You can put your feet on the floor. Thank you.
So put my feet up on
the floor. All right,
let's go.
Whose podcast is this?
We got stuff to do.
We have nothing to do, actually. It is hot. Okay, anyway. We're just going to jump to it. So today's topic is perception versus reality. When you edit this podcast, you're going to put in perception.
When reality. I edit it. Okay, yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Say prescription.
Prescription?
Perception, reality.
Robitussin. I don't know why I said that.
I guess you said prescription and then you thought of like a medicine with an R. Yeah.
Robitussin.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, but anyway, perception versus reality. And I guess I brought this for two reasons. The main reason is it amazes me how much people idolize like celebrity couples, right? You have either they talk about them or they idolize them. So you have it used to be the Will and Jada's, right? And then you found out their reality and now everybody's like, I don't think I want that Will and Jada love, right? But then us adults be like, that seems like just a regular old marriage. That's just...
Us adults?
Yes, because real adults don't go, oh my gosh, Jada is the most toxic person in life. Or, oh my gosh, and Will doesn't have a
When you're saying adult, you're meaning maturity, not an age, correct?
Yes.
You're being sarcastic about saying adult.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
just have to be that,
real adults are adults. You could be of age and not be an adult. So that's what I mean. So we're clear. So yeah, you have those, and then you have the good seeming relationships like say Sierra and Russell, right? Which they
get hated on
a lot often, right? Yeah. Which is crazy by the non-adults. They get hated on by the non-adults. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Because they like that stupid toxic
They need to
stuff.
listen to that Kendrick Lamar song.
What? Oh. I love Kendrick. I do. That song was hard to listen to, but it was the truth because that's exactly how these non-adults are. It was hilarious because it's uncomfortable and because it's true.
There's a green light is on there, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, so that's why I want to kind of talk about it because I'm like, everybody is so in love with the perception of all these relationships, but not even knowing the reality of it, right? Everybody wants a Sierra or a Russell relationship, but not even realizing that the reality they had to go through in order to get to that, right? Because Russell was in a relationship before Sierra. It wasn't like he was single and just out here. He was married to a Wahite woman. I don't know if he was married to her.
Yeah, I don't think they were married.
They was like together for a long time though, right? And then he was like, I'm full of shit. I probably should just go somewhere else, right? The famous picture of when he got drafted, and she's like,
I won.
And we're like, no, you're good. But yeah, so I was like, I just want to talk about that because that's when you idolize the perception of things and not the reality. 9 times out of 10, that's why your relationship isn't working because you're like, I want to be like that so bad, which. Just for clarification, it's not a bad thing to strive for that perception because that means you're doing things in hopes of or wanting to be better or to be good, right? It's just the idolizing part that be getting me. I'd be like, y'all, like, relax. I mean, because I guess, dude, from a guy's perspective, do y'all do that? I mean, from the relationship perspective, I'm sure y'all do it for like, man, I want a girl that look like that.
I think for guys, it's probably more so of we want a certain type of woman, in a sense, instead of a certain type of relationship.
Yeah.
So, because I remember I went to, I'm not going to say the names, somebody's house, and his lady was like cooking steaks, doing that stuff like that, and he was, she was cooking for like a group of 10, like 10 people. And she was just working, and he not doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I heard, and it was all guys there. And one of the other guys was like, "Man, where you find her? I need something like that." So I think that's something we idolize. We idolize as a group of men. We idolize that woman that's like, "I'm gonna work the house. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that."
Yeah. So it's more so of like specifically like that, but like you can care less what their relationship is like. You're just like, I don't care if y'all. You can know that they screaming and fighting every day, but you like. She in that kitchen cooking. I don't care.
She in her place. Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy. I know. I tried to like do this and then I did this. There's a lot going on, y'all. I usually don't wear headphones, so this is what happens.
I had to look for the camera. Her head pretty big.
Okay. Anyway, I didn't have to adjust these. They be on your head. They not stretched. No talking?
Keep it to myself.
Okay.
This is your podcast.
Okay. Anyway. But yeah, so I do want to talk about that. So the other reason that I kind of brought it up is because mainly from a personal level, right? So as y'all know, if y'all listening to this, it's probably because you know Trae and I. And we get a lot of, oh, like, y'all are so awesome, y'all are so cute, which is fine, because like you could tell people that they visually look good together, which is fine. That's not even so much of a thing. And this is not me saying that people idolize our relationship. It's that people think very highly of it, as they should, because it is a good relationship. But let me get to my point. But they think super highly of it, and only there's a few people who be around us who be like, obviously our parents, your sister, my brother, maybe a few of my friends, they'll be like, yeah, them niggas be arguing. They be going back and forth, like, and when I say arguing, we disagree on things. We don't argue, because I think there's a difference between arguing and like a disagreement. With arguing, you're like screaming at each other, not listening, and intentionally trying to hurt each other's feelings. With disagreements, I don't be intentionally doing it, I just do it. You sensitive. It's okay.
Yeah, no, intentionally do it. How you gonna say you don't intentionally do it? I just do it. So you just be saying stuff like, "Oh, this hurt his feelings." That's fine. Go ahead.
The stuff I
this
say,
is your podcast.
I know. That's what I'm about to tell you about yourself. The stuff I say isn't like, oh, like if I knew me telling you that your head is small was like really like a dagger to you, like I wouldn't, I wouldn't say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like you be in your feelings because I be right, and you be wrong, and you mad that you can't find a way to be right. It is okay. I still love you.
Whatever.
I love you through it all. It's okay.
I'm gonna stay with it.
I'm gonna stick beside him. but yeah, that's why I was like, I just want to talk about that, because I'm like, it's crazy that people's perception of how our relationship is not far from the truth or reality, but it's very skewed. Like even some of our friends, they be like, the ones who don't like hang out with us like on a consistent basis, they be like, man, like you and Logan got something great. And I'm like, yeah, we do, but you do know that this didn't just happen. Like we didn't get to where we are. Like and then people who know us individually are like, how?
I still don't understand them asking that question.
How did this happen?
I still don't understand that. I don't understand. I guess I don't understand why that people say that. Like, how did, like, we're not supposed to be a match of any sort.
I mean,
I don't get it.
So the perception of, well, the idea of people who aren't in relationships, because usually people who are in successful relationships, they're like, you usually do marry somebody who's different from you. You know, usually two people who are the exact same are harder. It's harder for them to actually get along than people think it is, right? So most people who are single or haven't been in a relationship for a long time, and they know us individually, they're like, y'all are really different. Because we are. Like, from a stylistic point of view, from like how we grew up point of view, just how we think like our main goals in life are the same.
Mm-hmm.
We want the same stuff out of life. We have the same core values, but from the outer things, as far as like personality wise, we are completely different.
Perception versus reality. Real talk. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because our core is our reality.
Yeah.
And perception.
Those are all the same.
Yeah. And our perception. So that's why people who really don't know us, or like who don't know us at our core, like if they knew what we value individually, then they'll be like, yo.
Yeah, that makes sense of how y'all got together.
Yeah, but it's from outside looking in.
But if we being real though, there's a lot of other things that have to click as well in order for those things, for those core values to even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they like to tell you when you go dating, right? Marry somebody that had the same values as you. That's awesome. But if he's obsessed with Star Wars and I fucking hate it, we might have some real issues here.
Yeah.
You worried about, is he a good person? Does he like to tip the waitress or waiter? Like, I'm worried about the fact that I have to watch Star Wars all the time. Is he a runner? Does his family go on marathons or do they like cookouts? I need to know. Like, because some, those things are very like, you could probably work your way around it.
Yeah.
But it's a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why sometimes people be like, I kind of know Logan, but try. How y'all? Really? That'd be like...
I've never heard anybody say that personally to me. Who said that to you? Who said that to you? Who told you this?
I've said it to myself a whole bunch of times. The most stuff I learned about him, mind y'all, we've been together for almost 10 years. And I still be like, who are you?
Got so many sides to your boy.
I'm like, don't let him bring up his old playlist of like music. I'd be like... Who are you right now? like, who are you?
Okay, she's saying that. I don't get it. Like, she's saying that because my playlist, because like during middle school and high school, I used to listen to some hardcore stuff like Lil Jon, Roll Call, Real Nigga Roll Call.
You said hardcore stuff, and then you say Lil Jon.
I mean, well, that's the one. Whenever you said that, that's what I was listening to.
Because I was like, what the?
Yeah, like some real cussing, like move. Like I was singing all the words. I knew all the. I think it's more so I knew all the words.
I was like,
to it.
That makes me listen to it.
Yeah,
at least 1,000 times.
But I also know all the words to a lot of songs, so that's another thing. But then, what really probably got her was I listened to a lot of like sex music. And knew all the words to it.
That didn't bother me.
Oh.
That didn't shock me at all.
Why?
You're not Catholic. But you are full of it.
I'll tell you what you are.
You're not that, but you are this. Not that, this.
Whatever, dog.
For real.
Whatever.
But anyway, that does bring up the full point of, I don't know what's going on with it.
Just click on why you cancel? What did it say?
I don't know. It'll come back on because it came on.
Just
Trae. Relax. Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, perception versus reality, and I guess. Like I said earlier, that leads to the question of like, this is, I mean, not the question, but more so the statement of like, that's why most of y'all y'all relationships aren't working. It's not that y'all not in them, it's not working because you're trying to reach this huge perception, but not thinking about the reality that got them to be able to have that presentation, right? I was just listening to a podcast with Tabitha Brown, and she was like, yeah, me and my husband look great now. As we should. We've been together for 30-something years. Like, why would we not look great now? Mm-hmm. But the first few years, she was like, I was a problem. But... Oh,
she said she was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm sure he was, too, but she was speaking... She can only speak for herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she's an adult. She don't be out here telling her husband business because he ain't there to defend himself. Mm-hmm. So she was just like, yeah, we was young. We was yelling, fighting. We was doing all that. obviously for her, she was just like, we didn't have social media. Yeah. She was like, if we did, I'll probably be young and dumb too. On Facebook, typing it up. Y'all don't know what he just did today.
Come get this,
bitch. No, for real though. But I was like, it's like, because even when people ask me about my relationship, because usually it starts off with them talking about their own, and then they be like, man, it's hard out here. Like, man, y'all so lucky. Y'all got. I'm like, are we?
I never say that. Never. Never.
And I guess I say really, I say really because I'm more so like, are we lucky or did we work for this? I was like, see, y'all see Trae and Logan after a few years. Y'all, the people who know us, y'all must have forgot Trae and Logan when we first got together. Granted, we wasn't out here in these streets like yelling and fighting each other because that's not our thing.
That's not our makeup.
Yeah, we do. We have discussions.
This is not my makeup.
See, he trying me. Real quick. Just a little side note real quick. It's funny that he says that now because that was one of the biggest struggles we had when we first got together. He had this perception of me that I was a loudmouth ghetto girl that would...
Never said that.
You're right. You've never said that. But that's what you would think. You would think that if we were out, like if we were having a disagreement in the car and we was like really going at it and then we had to go to the store to pick up something, hypothetically, he thinks that I was going to be like in Walmart like, nigga, and you da 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 da. And I'm like, I have literally never done anything even close to that. Like nothing that has happened between us or that he's heard of about me even led him to have that perception of me. He was stuck on a perception instead of reality. Reality was Logan has never done that. Ever. Okay.
So there's levels to this, right? So she was like, nigga. No, my wife never done that. In the store and in public, she has always been a child of God when it comes to that.
But what I do?
Now, there are plenty instances where like we will be walking. Say, for instance, you come walk with me. So we walk in. I'm of course pushing the basket, and then we talk about something. She gets excited, and she's like, "Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you are so fucking dumb. You are so fucking stupid right now. Don't even that type of stuff." And for me, when we're walking in the store and somebody's excited, I call it excited like that, and they're looking. I have to work on my perception for people. Like I don't want people to think of me in a certain way. That's just me. So whenever she's going at me like that and they see it, I get embarrassed and I'm like, yo, don't do that.
And this is also the thing. You just think everybody is always looking at us. And it's not even Trae. For real.
Okay, so turn your head from looking at this video. Oh, wait. Turn your head from looking at this video. You just looked, didn't you? Right? So if you out and about and you hear noise, but it's going to catch your attention.
But you're still being dramatic because, yes, if we were talking, I never was like, we don't have to be this far away. If I find myself getting mad, I definitely get closer to you and be like, you about to piss me off. Like, and you know that.
You do that now.
You do that now. I did that then.
You would do this.
Because I
you about to piss me off. You about to piss me off. You about to piss me off.
I did that then, but because you were so right now you're not so wrapped up into what everybody is looking or doing. But then you were. Yeah. So if I did any little thing,
exactly,
for Trae, he'd be like, if we're arguing in a car, he'd rather just not say nothing the whole time we in the store. Because you don't want people to know that we were having an argument.
Ain't everybody gonna be in our business.
But I'm also like, these people don't know us. Number one, number two, we've never. You're not.
We about to be famous.
We're not. But like I said, I don't like stuff like that either. So I've never gotten to the level of like people in the whole store or like in the whole aisle was like.
No, never. I ain't gonna even play.
So that's what I'm saying. So like I said, his perception of what he thought I was gonna do was not the reality. You can keep side-eyeing the camera all you want to, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. But anyway, back to what I was saying, which I actually forgot. What was I saying?
Perception versus reality.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. Your reality is about to be my fist on your eye. That's what it's about to be. That's what it's about to be.
Well, I mean, we can just go from the standpoint of like, how do you get to that reality part? You know, once you
thank you. That's a good point. Look at you being a good
I'm
co-host.
talking about, bro. I got
Stop
you.
calling me bro.
Little mama.
Worse.
Said little mama.
Anyway, but how do you get to? So you have this visual that you're like, oh my gosh! First of all, stop idolizing people's relationships because you don't know the whole story, right? They could be looking all great here. What was that? Who just had a trial? Johnny Depp and Amber. I think her name is Amber. Yeah, for a while people thought they were cute and great, but they've been abusing each other this whole time. Mentally.
I know it's still fresh, but Lori and Jordan.
Oh yeah.
They broke up.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a bad thing. Let's talk about that. Like actually.
I just saw a headline.
I do want to talk about that though.
Okay.
We're gonna skip the other part that I was talking about. We don't care about y'all trying to figure it out.
Okay, I think we should.
I'm just playing. We're gonna get to it. But specifically that relationship, I don't think there was any bad blood because I feel like people finna fire up Lori because the story is we don't really know. The story is he was ready for like to go the distance and she was like, pump your brakes. I love you. I like this, but I'm just not ready for that next step. Because I think he's way older than her. I think maybe a couple years. I think so. I don't think Lori's that old. I think she's like 20 something. Yeah. I think Michael's like 30 something. So he's like, hey, this is a good thing. Let me put a ring on it. And she was just like, and he's like, well, I don't know how long I want to wait and just to be in this. That's the story. And if that is the story, I just need people not to drag Lori because their first thing
is her choice.
That's what I'm saying. The first thing they're going to be like is, man, I told him not to be with her. Like, you don't know them, first of all.
That's what I'm talking about. All women like that, you don't know her.
You don't know women like her. You will never know any women like her. So cut it out. Cut it out. No, I just hate when people who be in this caliber be trying to talk about people on this caliber. Like they just know how these people be. You don't know what it's like to wake up and wipe your butt with $1 bill. You don't. She can do that if she wanted to. Literally, her toilet paper could be $1 bills. That sounds crazy. But her daddy's Steve Harvey. And he got enough money to take care of all of us.
Take care of all of us.
Take care of all of us. But anyway, but like, that's the thing. I just don't want people to drag her because like, how are y'all mad? How would y'all be mad at her for not jumping into something that she wasn't ready for? I was like, y'all so quick to rush people into marriage, but not understanding what it takes to be married. Because then what if she said yes? And then she blew it up because she realized she wasn't ready.
Yeah. So understanding that she understands her reality, really. Yeah. If you look at it that way, she really understands her reality to where that relationship breaking up was probably best for her. And in the end, it'll be best for him because if they would have, like you said, if they would have continue going through it, it would just be perception that everybody liked, which everybody did like their relationship. But their reality, So
at some point,
so sometimes that does happen. But if you want to get to that reality part, like I think that you really need to dig deeper into some of the things that are deeper than just what you see. Deeper than just your perception.
Yourself, really getting to know yourself. What do you like or don't like? Because, for instance, that Sierra and Russell situation, the reason why they're so happy is because Sierra went through a whole bunch of stuff, so she knows what she does not want. Everybody wants to partner her up with Future, and she's like, I've been there. 9 kids. I don't want it.
Different baby moms.
And she was like, I tried to make it work. She did. She probably did everything to try to make that work. But he wasn't ready. And then she was like, well, okay, let's be done with that. So now when she was looking for the next person to be with so she could have her happy ending, she was like, he is what I want. I know for a fact. I know myself. I know what I do and do not want. I was like, for these people who are in relationships right now, and they're like, man, why don't I look as happy as they do? It's because you probably with somebody you don't even like. But you ain't figured that out yet because you don't know yourself. Or you ignoring yourself because you're like, I want this.
And I think about all the people that she was with that people were like, oh, I love that relationship.
Yeah.
Bow Wow.
Yeah. 50.
Look at that. She was with 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Single. Can't get it together.
Can't get it together.
50. Single. Has a baby by Bow
Wow got 2 babies.
Yeah, he got 2 babies now. 50 has a kid. Ain't with the mom no more. Can't get it together. Future. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many kids? I like all of them, but just from a relationship standpoint, they can't get it together. However, perception wise, everybody loved when Sierra was with Future.
Yeah.
And what's the song? Love song? I forgot what's the song they made.
They didn't make no song.
They did make a song together.
No, they didn't.
Sierra and Future, they did. It was dope.
Body Part?
I think so.
He was not on that song.
It's one song.
Video.
It was one song. He
has
did
a song
the chorus
with Rihanna.
We'll go back to that. But everybody said like they look good. I remember back then there was like Sierra, Bow Wow. They look good. Blah blah blah. But looking at reality, look at the situation now. Bow Wow ain't with nobody, and that can be their choice. Mm-hmm. However, they were with a relationship with someone and decided to have kids with them, and they're not together anymore. Mm-hmm. 50 Cent, same thing. Future, 9 times, same thing, right? But with Russell, they have kids together, and granted, they've been married not super duper long, maybe a little bit longer than us, maybe over 5 years, right? Not 10 years just yet.
Because Sienna, they've been together for a minute. I don't know. We ain't figured the math.
But from a perception into reality, you can see that one is more full circle instead of just perception.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I like that relationship. Like, that's a relationship where I'm like, they actually happy. Because, like, Sierra's still being herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she has not altered herself in the sense of, like, her personality is still seemingly the same. She's still out here dancing in ratchet songs because she want to. Mm-hmm. She just did a song to F&F, that song, Fuck Nigga Free, whatever it's called. FNE, I'm Fuck Nigga Free. I don't know how that song goes. If it come on, I'm going to dance, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, which is another thing, people was mad. They was like, look at her out there dancing to that song. Russell should be ashamed. I'm like, I'm quite sure he's fine with his wife twerking because she do it at home. So it ain't like she don't do it at home. So, but yeah, the solution to, seeing that perception and realizing and making it your reality is really getting to know yourself. Being like, am I genuinely happy? Because to be fair, it's like sometimes you just go through the motion to the point where you get, next thing you know, it's been a few years or a few months, and you're just like,
I'm not happy.
Like, I'm really not that happy as I thought I was. That's why we can't take cute pictures, because I'm just we can't even act like we happy. Like, that's how unhappy you are. So. But yeah, so perception versus reality. 1, stop idolizing other people's relationships because you truly don't know what they're going through or what they did to get to that. You should be, idolize the process. Be like, hey, what did you do?
That's deep.
What did you do? Mm-hmm. Like, just idolize the process, right? What was the other one? Or another one that we could kind of help y'all out, because that's the whole point of this podcast, to help people out, help them get to kind of where we are. We're not perfect, but we know some stuff. Yeah,
get into a reality relationship, not a perception relationship.
Yeah, and that definitely starts. And to be fair for us, we got, just to circle it back around real quick, we did get together young. So for us, crap, where did it go?
Just do this.
Okay. So for us during our relationship, throughout the relationship, we had to constantly learn ourselves. To a certain core. Obviously, you have to continue. You evolve, so you have to continue to learn yourself. But you have to know where to start. You have to be willing to start. But we know that we're happy because we know ourselves to the core. Yeah,
that's what the last question I was going to ask.
What's that?
Is our relationship really perception or prescription or reality?
So, is the perception people see our reality?
And are you happy? I wanted to throw that one in.
You should have kept it.
Yeah. Are you happy?
Right now? Yeah. No, for real. But let me answer the first question, and I'll get to that one. So, is the perception people see of us our reality? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mainly because of my personality. You're easier with hiding things as far as like a emotion, obviously to a certain standpoint, but I don't hide anything. So for me, I'm like, the way you see us is how we are. Like I don't do that fake stuff. If I'm mad, I'm not posting no family pictures. Obviously, I'm an adult, so I don't post our business. Like, if I'm mad at him, I'm not going to post it online because I respect my husband and I respect his marriage. So I'm never going to do that. But I'm not a faker. If I'm mad that day and you want to DM me, be like, hey, are you happy today? I'll be like, no, get the fuck off my DMs. like, that's just how I am. So, yes, I truly believe our perception is also our reality. But just don't idolize us because it took a long time to get here.
Yeah.
So
I would also say the same thing. I'm the type of person, like you said, I can like mask it a little bit, but I feel like I know that it's a reality for me because I'm able to be myself fully. So if I'm able to fully be myself in a relationship, which I've learned because I wasn't fully myself in another relationship, but because I'm able to fully be myself and express myself the way that I want to, I'm able.
Okay, you be crying.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about.
But that's what I was talking about. But okay, throw at you. Don't see the violence.
Yeah, I can express my way.
Okay, come on.
Any way I want to. Yeah, but that's how I know that this relationship is more than just perception; it's reality because I can be myself in it. And when I'm around you, when I'm not around you, the whole nine. Same. I don't have to sugarcoat that part.
That's a good one. I like that too.
You know what I'm talking about?
And to answer your other question,
are you happy?
That's very complex. Don't see. Now I'm about to cut you out when you do that. That's
just put it on you.
I am. That's disgusting. But that's a very complex question. But all in all, yes. Now I have to be honest. This is what the podcast is about. We're
gonna have the conversation after this.
Okay. So yes, I am happy. But there's layers to being happy because that sometimes you're like. Not unhappy, you're just annoyed. I like to use the word annoyed because I be there a lot. And most of the time it's my own doing. And then sometimes it's a matter of just both of us growing and expanding. Because the more stuff we learn, the more we change.
That's good. Yeah.
So, you
growth. I mean, because I was thinking about this morning whenever we was arguing. I was thinking, like, if somebody were to ask us, like, something, I forgot exactly what happened, but I was like, oh, if people are like, why do y'all argue with each other? And I'm like, well, we're married. You know? Like, and people may not understand that. I'm like, well, we're two people coming together as one. Then that means there's going to be some type of issues. And on top of that, in our relationship, we grow. Yeah. We purposely grow.
On purpose. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we grow on purpose.
Yeah. So if we're going to be growing on purpose, there's going to be some type of friction that has to happen.
Oh my God.
So
that grow on purpose.
Yeah.
There's so many layers just to saying that. Like, we purposely grow in our relationship and we actually grow on purpose, the actual word. So, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even think about that.
That's why when you said it, I was like, dang. That's why I was trying to find something to write down, but we're using our phones to record. So I was like, grow on purpose. Just write grow on purpose. But, this is why we work, y'all. But yeah, so and just to end this because we're coming to an end. Another thing that you just brought up that really stood out to me is that I remember a while ago we were doing a Facebook Live and we were talking about disagreements and arguments, and I was telling people, I was like, no, we disagree a lot. We are quote unquote argue a lot. And granted, it's annoying for the people around us. Ask my dad. He'd be like,
close the door.
He'd be bad. But we do it one because we're growing. We're still children at heart. Like, we just argue about stuff that makes no sense. But two, it's a matter of if you're having a real feeling about something, our relationship has grown into, hey, you need to tell me. Because if you let it fester, it gets worse. So even if it's stupid or small, what's up?
Finish it.
Oh, I was like, even if it's stupid or small, like, yes, you don't have to argue about everything. I've come to learn that over the past few years, where I'm just like, something will happen, and I'll be like, you know what, don't worry about it. And, try to grow from it. But disagreeing is healthy. I tell people all the time, if you're not having any disagreements, somebody's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is lying. Or y'all are just not fully opening up. Either way, it's not good. So I'm not saying cause arguments on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is if something is truly bothering you and it's making you alter the way you not react to things or your thought process on stuff, then you're lying because you're changing who you really are.
Like that damn movie we watched before we
came just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different topic that we can actually talk about next. But yeah, man. So
yeah, for sure, dog.
Good stuff. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am going to try a different ending whenever I come up with it. So until then, stay swaggy, y'all. Peace.
And grow on purpose.